Hello, everyone. This is Miranda Kennedy, Director of the ABLE National Resource Center, and I want to thank all of you for joining us today for our webinar, where we will be celebrating the 5th anniversary of ABLE with an ABLE Jeopardy game. So it's unlike any of our typical webinars. We have a game show today. So let's go ahead and go to the next slide. Really want to welcome all of you, and if you're not familiar with the ABLE National Resource Center, some of you, this may be your first time joining us, and if so, welcome. You're here on a very auspicious day, the 5th anniversary of the ABLE Act passing. And we here at the ABLE National Resource Center, we want to just share a little bit about ourselves in case you're new to us. The ABLE National Resource Center, or ABLE NRC, is the leading comprehensive source of objective, independent information about federal and state-related ABLE programs and activities, including guidance on tax-advantaged ABLE savings accounts. Our mission is to educate, promote, and support the positive impact ABLE can make on the lives of millions of Americans with disabilities and their families. Our pioneering work in this area and subject matter expertise makes us the foremost authority on topics related to the Achieving a Better Life Experience, or ABLE Act, ABLE accounts, state ABLE programs, ABLE-related policy developments, and comprehensive integration of ABLE and financial capability strategies for people with disabilities into public service delivery systems. Our website is ablenrc.org. You can go to the next slide. This is the only real background we're going to give you today, but this is a pretty comprehensive slide here in case you have many questions about ABLE. You're going to be learning a lot with the ABLE Jeopardy game today, but for those of you who may be new, we do have a roadmap to ABLE enrollment that's available, and it covers questions such as what is ABLE, who's eligible, how can funds be used, how do I open an account, and how do I manage my account. So it will take you through those 5 steps with short videos, different guidance and information. And then once you've opened an ABLE account, we have for you our roadmap to independence, which covers questions such as how do I set financial goals, build that circle of support, make smart financial decisions, monitor my ABLE account, and celebrate being ABLE. So check out these resources if you haven't already. And with that, we're going to go ahead and go to the next slide. And I'm going to hand things over to my colleague, Al Miliato, and he is going to be sharing just some information about listening to the webinar today, and then we'll be getting started. So Al?
Thanks so much, Miranda. Listening to the webinar. The audio for today's meeting can be accessed using computer audio or by calling in by phone. If you select computer audio, please make sure your speakers are turned on or headphones are plugged in. If you do not have sound capabilities on your computer, or if you prefer to listen by phone, you can dial in to 1-929-205-6099. The meeting code is 935-398-675. Captioning. Real-time captioning is provided during this webinar. The captions can be found by clicking on the closed caption icon in your Zoom controls at the bottom of the screen. If you do not see captions after clicking the button, you can alert us via the chat box. You may also view captions in your browser at the following address: streamtext.net/player?event=NDI. You can also use that link to change caption options, font size, colors, things like that. Technical assistance. If you experience any technical difficulties during the webinar, please use the chat box to send us a message, or you can email me directly, and my email address is amilioto@ndi-inc.org. And please try to use the chat box only for technical questions today. We do not have any questions and answers for this webinar. And lastly, please note this webinar is being recorded and will be archived on the ABLE National Resource Center website, along with all of our other ABLE webinars. And those can be found at ablenrc.org/resources/webinars. And with that, we will go back to Miranda Kennedy.
Great. Thank you, Al. So today we are marking the 5th anniversary of the passage of the Achieving a Better Life Experience, or ABLE Act, into law. We welcome you as you join us as we celebrate this momentous occasion by sharing important ABLE facts and updates in a fun and festive way through our ABLE Jeopardy Game Show. So it's also got the word parody in there, you will notice. It's a slight modification, but you should mostly recognize this. This fresh take on Jeopardy will feature 3 working-age ABLE account owners who serve as our ABLE National Resource Center ambassadors as they compete for cash prizes into their ABLE accounts using what they know or what they think they know about ABLE. They're going to be competing to win, so we hope you will join us to cheer them on and to celebrate and solidify your own knowledge around how to increase your financial stability through ABLE. With that, I'd like to introduce our ABLE Jeopardy host, Michael Morris, who is the founder of National Disability Institute, the parent organization of the ABLE National Resource Center, and who has led National Disability Institute with a vision and passion as its executive director since 2005 until very recently, stewarding its growth as a national leader for research, policy development, and programs that drive financial inclusion for the disability community. Michael is now currently serving as a senior strategic advisor with National Disability on a part-time basis. His focus is on the ABLE National Resource Center and the Center for Disability Inclusive Community Development. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Michael to introduce our game show hosts, or our game show participants, talk a little bit about the format, make some comments, and get us started with our game show. So Michael, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Miranda. If we can go to the next slide. Wonderful. So thank you for so many of you joining us from across the country. Over 200 individuals registered to be our audience today for this live version and first time ever offered ABLE Jeopardy game. Today we have 3 ABLE account owners competing for real cash prizes. That's right, this is not a game, this is real. Monies they earn today are going to be deposited directly into their ABLE account and go into their future planning and responding to objectives and needs they have identified to be used with funds that eventually do come out of their ABLE accounts. So let's go to our 3 contestants. We first have and want to introduce to you Taylor Cardy. Taylor is a student with cerebral palsy who is using ABLE to support her goal of becoming a pediatric physician and for other big ticket items and future expenses. Welcome, Taylor. Thank you for being with us. Emily Munson is a disability rights attorney with spinal muscular atrophy who is using her ABLE account to support accommodations needed for international travel and to save for a down payment on a wheelchair accessible home. Welcome, Emily. And our third and final contestant is Hector Ramirez, an individual with autism and bipolar disorder who serves as a board member on national disability rights networks and state-level behavioral health councils. Hector is also Latino. I may mispronounce this. I am sorry, Hector. Chiricahua Apache member of the LGBTQ community who has battled homelessness for decades. Hector is going to use, Hector's account is going to go towards development of stable housing. So there you have it. Taylor, Emily, Hector, all ABLE account owners who we are going to test their knowledge using the ABLE Jeopardy format. Next slide, please. Aha, we're going to go to the game board. I will explain the format. Each round is going to consist of 6 questions and answers, with each contestant getting to select from boxes on the game board 2 questions, and we will see how we do. We're going to begin with Taylor, then Emily, and end with Hector to conclude round 1. Next slide, please. Here are today's categories. Next slide, please. Funding strategies. Next slide. State plan comparison. Next slide. ABLE basics. Next slide. Qualified disability expenses. Next slide. And ABLE potpourri. Wow, that's a lot of ABLE to digest, but we are going to be doing that. The last category, I believe, is ABLE investments. Next slide, please. Okay, here you see the entire game board. You see that the board will feature answers. Our contestants will pose questions. In each of these categories, funding strategies, all the way over to ABLE investments, our candidates, our participants today have a choice between $10 and $50 answers, of which they need to develop questions. I think we're about ready to begin. So with that, let's begin with Taylor. And Taylor, first item on the game board you would like to select.
Can I select ABLE Basics for $20, Michael, please?
Okay, ABLE Basics for 20. Let's see what we have. ABLE Basics for 20. And it is tax advantage savings and investment vehicle available to eligible individuals with disabilities. Do you have a question to pose?
What is ABLE accounts?
What is an ABLE account? Is that a correct answer? Let us see. I believe that that is correct. Wonderful. So you are on the board. You're on the board. Now let's go back to the game board because you get to pick again. Where would you like to go next?
Same category for $30, please.
Okay, ABLE Basics for 30. The roadmap to enrollment. The answer is the roadmap to enrollment. Do you have a question?
What is 5 basics of ABLE accounts?
Let us see. What is the ABLE NRC tool to walk through the process of opening an ABLE account? I'm going to give you a correct right answer for that. So you have answered both correctly, and you are on the game board already with, if we count both of those, $50. Congratulations. Okay, we are going to go next to, let's see, we're going to go to Emily. Emily, pick from the game board.
Michael, could I have funding strategies for $50, please?
Okay, wow, starting with a big one. Funding strategies, $50. Individuals who contribute to their own ABLE account may be eligible for this tax credit. Whew.
What is the Savers Credit?
What is the Savers Credit? Let's see. What is the Savers Credit? Congratulations. Wow, you have jumped on board with a $50 correct question. Would you like to pick again from the game board?
Sure. Could I have qualified disability expenses for $50?
Okay, qualified disability expenses for $50. Financial planner, special needs attorney, accountant, tax practitioner, personal care attendant. Do you have a question?
What are things that someone could buy with their ABLE account as qualified disability expenses?
Let's see. What are some professional support services ABLE funds can be used for? I will consider that a correct answer. Congratulations, Emily. You have jumped ahead into first place with $100 going towards your total at this point. All right. We will now go to our third contestant. Let's go to Hector. Hector, I hope you're feeling very smart today. Where do you want to go on the game board?
Yes, thank you, Michael. Can I buy a bowl with my ABLE account? Oh, wait, wrong game. Wrong game.
Wrong game.
Let me take funding strategies for $40, please, Michael.
Okay. Funding strategies, $40. 529 college savings account. What is the question?
That is ways in which people can actually donate money into your ABLE account.
Ah, wow. And let's see, what type of savings account can be rolled over into a 529 ABLE account? I would say you got that correct. Tremendous start. $40 goes into your totals. And where do you want to go next, Hector?
Let's do state plan comparison for $40, please, Michael.
Okay, state plan comparisons for $40. Documents related to disability that an ABLE plan may request to open an ABLE account. Aha.
Oh, what is perhaps proof of qualifying disability?
Okay,
And
what is
banking
proof?
information.
Yeah, what is proof of qualifying disability? What are disability certification verification of benefits? I'll give you a correct answer on that one, a correct question on that one too. So if I'm right, Hector's total was that $80?
Yay.
Correct. Okay, wonderful. All right, we're going to go to round 2, but before we start, let's learn a little bit more about ABLE account owner Taylor Carty. Taylor, you're going to school right now. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you're doing? Taylor is a 24-year-old graduate of the University of California with a bachelor's degree in molecular and cell biology. She's applying to medical school. As someone with cerebral palsy, she's using her ABLE account for tuition so that she doesn't have to take out significant loans once she's accepted into medical school. Wow, that's phenomenal. That's fantastic. So you're going to be going to medical school, and your ABLE account is going to help pay for it. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Taylor, in terms of how did you first learn about ABLE? Is Taylor there? We can hear.
I wanted to start creating a plan for how I would finance med school, and I started to research things at the same time and not lose my Medicaid eligibility. And I started to research the ABLE NRC website, and I learned about ABLE accounts. And I also had a support system that helped inform me more about the benefits of ABLE accounts. And I knew it could be a fantastic way to help me take out fewer loans for med school. And when I finally opened one, I was ecstatic because I knew that I was planning for my future and for financial independence.
Wow, fantastic. Now, have you always wanted to be a doctor, or is this something that is a more recent decision?
I actually, when I was younger, I didn't really want to go into medicine because of all the surgeries and procedures I had, but it was actually watching younger kids in this program I was through, California Children's Services, get the same medical treatment I was and benefiting from it that made me want to really pursue medicine.
Great. Well, thank you. You're a wonderful ambassador of the ABLE program, and hopefully many of the people who are listening, it's giving them ideas of someone they know, or it may be the person himself, herself, or otherwise, who would like to think more about and visit the ABLE National Resource Center website, or go directly from the website to learn about the over 40 state ABLE programs across the country. Okay, let's go to round 2, and to start the second round, let's start with let's see. Well, why don't we start this time with Emily? Emily, do you want to pick from the game board?
Michael, Sorry to interject, but this is Miranda. Yeah, it's actually Taylor's question is up.
Oh, it's Taylor's question. My apologies. And then we'll go to Emily. Okay.
Yep.
Taylor, where do you want to go on the game board?
I'll take ABLE Basics again for 50, please.
ABLE Basics for 50. Oh boy, December 19th, 2014. What is the question?
That was the date that President Obama signed into law the ABLE Act.
And can you put that in the format of a question?
Sorry, what is the date that?
There you go. Yes. So 5 years ago today, the Stephen Beck Jr. ABLE Act was signed into law by President Obama, Public Law 113-295, and that gave states all across the country the authority to then work on passing their own state version of the ABLE Act, and the rest is history. Today we have over 50,000 people who have opened ABLE accounts, and I believe there is over $300 million now in those accounts being saved and gaining in growth. Wonderful. Okay, you get a second place on the game board.
I will take qualified disability expenses for 40, please.
Okay, qualified disability expenses for 40. Maintain health, independence, and quality of life. Maintain health, independence. What is the
requirement of a qualified disability related expense?
I bet you're right. Let's see. What is the savings objective of the ABLE Act? Close enough. These are if it's doing something that promotes health, independence, productivity. Those are really the savings objectives of the ABLE Act. So you've got both of those right. Now we're into higher math. Can someone help me with the totals now that that Taylor has? How much money are we up to?
Michael, this is
Yes.
has $140.
$140. Fantastic. I think that leaps you into first place. Wonderful. Okay, let's go from Taylor. Let's go to Emily. We get back for a second. Emily, where do you want to go on the game board?
Could I try state plan comparison for $50?
Okay, state plan comparison for 50. MSRB, or Municipal Securities Rulemaking Board. Whew. What is the question?
What is the organization that oversees ABLE investments?
Let's see. What entity regulates many ABLE programs to protect investors? I think you're close enough. Absolutely. You get that one right. Another $50 going into your total. Congratulations. Can we go back to the game board? Where do you want to go?
Let's try ABLE investments for 50.
ABLE investments for 50. Here we go. $100,000 to $529,000. What is the question?
What is the maximum total amount that states will allow individuals to save in an ABLE account?
Let's see. What is the range of ABLE plan account limits? Absolutely. Correct again. Wow, this is higher math. Can I get help from Al or Maggie? What is Emily's new total?
200.
$200. I believe that catapults you into the lead. Congratulations. Let's turn next to Hector. And where would you like to go on the game board?
Yes, hi, Michael. I'll take ABLE Potpourri for $500, and let's make it a daily double. Oh, wait, no, we can't do it. Okay, I'll take it for $50, please.
All right, ABLE
Potpourri.
Potpourri. Act that may allow an employed ABLE account owner to contribute above the $15,000 annual contribution limit from their earnings. Okay, what is the question, Hector?
What are employee contributions into an ABLE account?
Let's see. What is the Able to Work Act, which was signed into law on December 22nd, 2017? And you explained it correctly. I'll give you that as a correct answer. Congratulations. Can you select again from the game board?
Yes, let me see if I can look at the categories. Ooh, okay. You know what? Let's do ABLE Potpourri again for $40, please.
Okay, $40. Medicaid, SNAP, FAFSA, and HUD.
Thank you. What are tested public benefits that are not impacted by ABLE account?
Wow, let's see. What are some means-tested benefits not affected by any amount of ABLE savings? I believe you've got that correct, and that's adding a lot more money into Hector's category. Is someone able to help me with Hector's new total dollars?
170.
Okay, Hector's at 170. Wonderful. All right, we'll pause for a moment for...
Actually, Al, what we do is we're going to give Taylor her next two questions, and then we'll pause and introduce Emily. So if we could go back to the game board, Taylor gets her next two questions, and then it's Emily. So if you could get back to the game board.
All right.
Thank you.
Taylor?
It just keeps us on track so everyone has a fair shot at winning, right?
Okay. Taylor, where do you want to go?
I'll take ABLE Basics for 40, please.
Okay, ABLE Basics for 40. A person of any age who has a qualified disability onset before turning 26 years old.
What is a person who is eligible to open an ABLE account?
A person of who is eligible to open an ABLE account? Correct. Once again, terrific. Adding more money to your total. Let's go back to the game board.
I'll take ABLE Investments for 40, please.
ABLE Investments for 40. Mutual funds, exchange-traded funds, and money market funds. Savings or interest-bearing checking accounts that may be FDIC insured. Wow.
What are investment options through ABLE accounts?
Let's see. What are types of investment options that may be offered in an ABLE program? Oh, boy, that is correct. So adding more dollars. What is new total then?
220.
220. Okay, Taylor has a total of $220. All right. Do we go next to Emily, I believe? And where do you want to go on the game board?
And actually, hang on a second. Michael, let's go ahead and introduce Emily at this point.
Okay, let's introduce Emily.
Yeah.
Let's people know a little bit more about you. You're a 35-year-old disability rights attorney with the Indiana Protection and Advocacy Agency, part of the National Disability Rights Network. Emily is an ABLE account owner who is a champion for other working age adults with disabilities like herself. I know, as we said earlier, you're using the funds for some international travel and some other things. Emily, when did you first hear about ABLE accounts. And was that from family? Was that from others? Who did you hear about it from?
Well, I'm the employment attorney at Indiana Disability Rights. So I'm always looking for strategies and tips that can help people with disabilities go to work and get employed. So it was through work that I actually found out about the ABLE National Resource Center. And from there, I began watching webinars and decided that I should set up an ABLE account for myself.
Fantastic. And if you had advice to give to other ABLE eligible individuals and families, what advice would you give?
It would absolutely be to create an ABLE account. I'm astounded at the number of people who are eligible to sign up for accounts, but maybe haven't heard about them yet or are afraid to get signed up. I think there might be a misconception that an individual needs a lot of money to open an ABLE account, but really it's so critical because it's the only way I'm aware of that people who are on means-tested benefits can actually invest their money and get their earnings multiplied in that way. And so absolutely, my advice would be sign up for ABLE. Okay, wonderful. I'm going to ask you a little bit about your own career plans and goals. You're an attorney. You help with legal issues for other people with disabilities. Did you grow up always wanting to be an attorney, or is that something that happened later on? When I was in high school, I actually really wanted to join the Foreign Service, but while I was in college, I was doing an internship with the National Council on Disability. And while I was there, I learned that I would never pass the Foreign Service exam because of my disability. So really, the more I learned at the National Council on Disability about iniquities people with disabilities face, that kind of redirected me into wanting to become an attorney that kind of works with disability issues and healthcare issues. Great. And I know you've told us that some of the resources from your ABLE account are going to focus on international travel. Have you already traveled outside the U.S. and do you have both a favorite place or a place you aspire to go to still in the future? Well, in July of this year, I went to Iceland, and in August, I was in Rio de Janeiro, which were both great. And then in April of 2020, I'll be going to Costa Rica. So I'm looking forward to that right now. Okay, wonderful. All right, I think we've learned a little bit more about Emily, our second contestant. And can we go back to the game board itself? Okay, and Miranda, tell me who should go first.
So you queued up Emily. We learned a little bit about Emily, and now it's Emily's turn. Okay, Emily, you get to pick first again on the game board. Could I have qualified disability expenses for $30? Okay. Supplement, but not supplant or replace. What is the purpose of what ABLE funds are supposed to purchase in terms of QDEs? In terms of qualified disability expense, what is the intent of the ABLE Act in regard to federal benefits? So they cannot reduce or take the place of a federal benefit that an individual with a disability may qualify for, be eligible for. So that's an important thing to know for many people who may be listening in and thinking about
gosh, I'm concerned. I want to get an ABLE account started, but I'm afraid of losing any aspect of federal benefits. That should not be a worry. An ABLE account is, again, considered totally separate from eligibility rules for federal public benefits. Okay, let's go back to the game board. And do you have another choice for us?
Funding strategies for $30.
Okay. The first $100,000.
What is the amount in your ABLE account that will not affect your Social Security benefits?
Wow. What is the ABLE account savings limit disregarded by Social Security income or SSI? And so, yes, you could over time put money into an ABLE account. Right now, that limit annually from multiple contributors to an individual, each person is entitled to only one account, would be $15,000. There's that additional amendment we went over, which the individual with a disability who's the ABLE account owner could yet add additional funds, approximately another $12,000. So it could be up to $27,000. Okay.
And Michael, just a quick clarification too. In terms of the account savings limit, all is disregarded for Social Security Disability Insurance, SSDI. This is the amount, $100,000, that's disregarded by supplemental security income, SSI. So when we say Social Security income, we say supplemental. Just, that's an important question.
Very good. Excellent point. All right. What is our new total then here for Emily?
Yep, 260.
How much?
260.
$260. Terrific. Okay. Do I next go to Hector? I believe so.
You
Hector.
do, yes.
Hector, where do you want to go on the game board?
Yes, Michael. Can I get ABLE portfolio for 300, please?
Well, I have to be only 30, but we'll give it.
Oh, that's right. I almost got you there. 30, please.
Yes. Family members, friends, co-workers, and others, or a pooled or special needs trust.
What are individuals and ways, or individuals that can contribute to a person's ABLE account?
Okay. Let's see. Who can make contributions to an
network
ABLE
of support.
account? Right. So it could come from a friend, an employer, family member. Could even come, as that answer was, from a special needs trust. So you've got that one correct, adding money to your total. All right, let's go back to the game board. Next one, please.
Thank you. So I'll take, let's see, ABLE investments for 30, please.
Okay, ABLE investments for 30. Investment earnings will grow free of federal income tax when used for qualified disability expenses. Investment earnings will grow free of federal income tax when used for qualified disability expenses. And what is the question?
I just want to say hi to my mom.
Wonderful, Hector. Thank you. What do you think this question is?
I'm not sure. Let's look at the answer.
I mean, investment earnings will grow free of federal income tax when used for QDEs. Make a guess.
I'm not sure.
Okay. All right. Here is the question. What is tax advantage? What is
wow, that's great.
Okay. So we'll take a few dollars off your total, but I believe now we go to Taylor. Am I correct? I believe so.
Yes.
Taylor, where would you like to go on the game board?
I'll take state plan comparison for $30, please.
Okay, state plan comparisons, $30. FDIC, Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation.
What is one of the investment options of ABLE programs that allow you to be insured up to $250,000? It is usually a conservative option on most ABLE programs.
The conservative option of savings and investment choices, yes. What is possible insurance offered on ABLE checking and debit card accounts? What is possible insurance offered? Well, that would, yes, I get that. Miranda, can you elaborate on that one a little bit? We still have Miranda.
Right, we've got, yeah, if we go back to the question. In fact, we've got Lori and Marlene on with us. Would you like them to? Because I know that it has been absolutely a turn in making this a novel into a limerick, into a limerick, basically, which you'll appreciate, Michael. So Lori and Marlene, who helped us develop this board, they're our subject matter experts. If one of you could unmute and share this question. FDIC, Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, is the answer. The question is, what is possible insurance offered on ABLE checking and debit card accounts? That's important. I think if there's any other nuance they can allow on it, but it's fairly straightforward. FDIC does insure those first amounts, and we all, those of us who are regularly banked, know that, although it might be something that is new to many people with disabilities who are saving and investing for the first time, that this is insured, that first amount in that offering, not in the investment side, but in that offering. And Marlene or Lori, I wonder if either of you might expand on that any further.
Miranda, it's Marlene, and the only thing I wanted to elaborate on is that the FDIC protects individuals against the loss of their insured deposits in a bank or a savings association if that bank or savings association fails. So it's backed by the U.S. government. So that's unlike investments like stocks or bonds. It's a little bit different than that. It's a different type of insurance. It protects against the loss.
And we also recognize that our ABLE Jeopardy game questions, the answers and the questions, they're very boiled down. There's a lot more that people can learn about the nuance around it if they go to the ablenrc.org website, if they join our webinars, our listservs. We have a lot of this information there, and we go into more depth like just now. So I know some of these questions are really boiled down, and there can be more to it like this question. So that's just a good example of that. Okay, I'll hand it back over to you, Michael.
Okay.
I was just going to add one little thing. It only protects up to $250,000 also. Okay, thank you.
Okay, all right. I've lost track a little bit here, but does Taylor get one more question, answer? I think so. Does Taylor get one?
Yeah, I do believe so, yes.
Yes. Taylor, where would you like to go?
Keep us honest here. Do you get another question?
I'll take qualified disability expenses for 20, please.
Okay. Qualified disability expenses for 20. Education, employment, training and support, job coaching, transportation, tools, work uniforms, and assistive technology. What is the question?
What are qualified disability-related expenses?
And the question is, what are examples of ABLE employment-related qualified disability expenses? We'll consider that correct, adding to your total. Wonderful. Okay, I'm going to ask our accountants who have been tabulating the totals here for our 3 contestants. Can you tell me what is the total now for Hector?
From the last round, Hector was at 170.
So 170 for Hector, okay. And Emily?
Emily was at 260.
260 for Emily.
Yes.
And finally, Taylor.
Yep, Taylor just went with her new total is 270.
270. Wow, it's close. And I'm going to turn us now to the final Jeopardy question. Yes.
Do we have, we wanted to introduce Hector, and we've got Emily's up next. So
okay.
If we could get through that, going to the final Jeopardy question, that would be great.
Okay. Let's go to the final Jeopardy question. Can we get that up on the screen? There we go. Coming. Final Jeopardy answer, and then we'll see what the question is. Coming up in a moment. Coming. Aha. Wow. Here it is. The answer is Connecticut, Utah, and Wisconsin. Connecticut, Utah, and Wisconsin. Okay. We're going to give our contestants a little bit of time to think about it. And remember, like the real Jeopardy game, Hector, you have up to $170. You can wage all of it, part of it, or none of it. If you wage none, you will finish with $170. If you wage it all, you're going to finish with $340. Real money going into your ABLE account. Emily, you have $260. Same rules. You could wage some of it, none of it, or all of it. You potentially, if you waged all of it, could win up to $520. And then Taylor, you have $270. You're currently in first place. You could win up to, if you wagered all of it, $540. Wow.
And Michael,
right.
I'm wondering if Michael, this is Miranda, I'm wondering if we could put a pin in it for just a minute, since we never got around to introducing Hector. Maybe we could introduce Hector and then come back to the final Jeopardy.
Okay, we'll leave everyone holding and thinking about what the question is, and let's go to Hector, and let's see, Hector. How was your life different, or how has your life changed because you now have an ABLE account?
Thank you, Michael. My life has changed tremendously. I live in this tiny little area here in the West called LA County, which is actually the largest city in the country. And before my ABLE account, I was living with my mom in a one-bedroom apartment, and she's 63 years old, so she would sleep in the bedroom, and I would sleep on the floor. And it was just so expensive to keep up housing, and any money that I would save would put me at risk of losing my benefits, like my health benefits. So it was really, really scary. And since I had the ABLE account here in California, it allowed me to be able to save and to have friends help me save, that I was actually able, after almost 15 years of being homeless, it allowed me to put a down payment for a house, a two-bedroom house. So for the first time in many, many years since the ABLE account came about, I not only have a key to my own home, but my own bedroom and my house for my mom. And as a person with a disability, that's something that I never thought I was ever going to be able to get. So it has given me a sense of independence and security that I never realized I was going to be able to have again. So that's how my life has changed tremendously. It literally gave me a brand new life. I live in a different city, in that part of the city, and it just feels like a new beginning.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing. Hector, how are you alone putting money into your ABLE account? Do you have others supporting you with putting money into your account?
Everything in life, you can't do it alone. And so I'm very glad that I have my friends, my family, my colleagues, and that make contributions. I took advantage of being able to promote the fact that people can donate into my account. So on my birthday, I shared it on social media with my friends and my connections, and that's one of the ways that I was able to really kind of achieve the level of success that I have. So I can't do it alone. None of us can, and so I'm very, very glad that I have a lot of people to help.
Okay. And Michael, thank you so much, Hector, for sharing your powerful story and your buy-in with ABLE. It really does demonstrate the power of ABLE in helping people achieve a better life experience. Michael, as we go back to the game board, in order to be fair to all three contestants, we're going to give Emily her 2 more questions and Hector Hector's last 2 questions in order to just be fair across the board. Otherwise, Taylor had received one additional round of questions.
Okay, I myself lost track. We're running out of time, so let's move. Why don't we?
We'll go quickly. We won't expand upon the questions this time. We'll just move through them, okay?
Okay, so who goes first?
So as long as we started with Hector, and then we'll wrap back around to Emily, since Hector just spoke and shared Hector's story, and then we'll go to Emily, and then we'll wrap up.
Okay, then I'll take funding strategies for $20, please.
Funding strategies for 20. ABLE accounts and special needs trust or pooled trust?
Those are ways in which people can save to be able to be as independent and save money.
Okay. What are 2 protected disability accounts that can be used together? I'm going to give you that as a correct answer as well. All right. Added that much more. Now, who goes next?
If Hector just had the last 2 questions, then it's Emily's next 2 questions.
Emily, where do you want to go?
And we just asked Hector the 2 questions?
I think Hector only got to answer one.
Yeah, only one.
Yeah.
Okay, Hector, you go again.
Okay, so I'll take ABLE for free for $20, please.
National spokespersons providing a human face to ABLE.
Who are my amazing and wonderful ABLE ambassadors, ABLE ambassadors?
ABLE ambassadors. Who are ABLE National Resource Center ambassadors or advisors? Wonderful. Add some more money into Hector's total. Okay, who do we go to next?
Next up is Emily. Emily, it's yours.
Emily?
Could I have state plan comparison for $20, please?
Okay. 3 fees that differ from plan to plan.
What are the annual investment fees?
What are annual and quarterly statement, investment option, debit card? There are many possible added fees to look for. We'll give you that as a right answer. We're just pointing it out to the people listening in. Each state has something called an ABLE program, or at least over 40 states do, but you want to be asking questions about fee structure for different parts of the features of an account, or when you withdraw money from an account, things of that nature. Okay, and you get one more, I believe. Back to the game board.
Can I have ABLE investments for 20, please?
ABLE investments for 20. A transfer of funds in an ABLE account to another ABLE account for the same or qualified sibling.
What is a rollover?
Let's see. What is one qualified ABLE account rollover? Absolutely correct. So you have more money now. Wonderful. Okay, I need to get new totals before we turn to the final Jeopardy answer again. Can my accountants help me with what is Hector's total now?
Hector is 210.
210 for Hector. Emily?
Yes. 300.
Emily is 300 for Emily.
Yes.
Taylor?
And Taylor is 270.
270. Okay. All right. Now, let's pull back up on the screen the final Jeopardy answer. Connecticut, Utah, and Wisconsin. Okay. Let's see how our contestants have done.
And Michael, what we had discussed was having the one with the highest total be able to go in.
And go first.
Yeah.
And go.
So
the highest total right now is Emily. Emily, how much did you wager?
$100.
Okay, wagered 100. And Miranda, do we go ahead and let Emily tell us her question?
We do.
And what is your question, Emily?
What are states without their own ABLE program so that residents who want ABLE plans would need to register in other states?
That was a brilliant response.
That is the correct question. These are 3 states currently without an ABLE program for their residents, but residents of these states can, of course, go and open an ABLE account in many of the other states. Okay, so you add $100 to your $300. Emily finishes with $400. Congratulations. Let's go next to Taylor, who was second. What question did you have?
What are Utah, Wisconsin, and
Connecticut?
Connecticut.
Is there more to it than that?
In terms of, I'm sorry, Michael, I didn't understand what the question was. What
right.
the was.
Right. We've answered the final Jeopardy question. We have our winner, Emily, although no one else is going away without funds in their ABLE account. Taylor and Hector both done very well as well, and all 3 of our contestants will be going home with funds in their ABLE account, Michael. So that's
Is that how it works? I got it.
Yeah.
So we'll go over final totals then. It looks like Emily finishes with $400. Congratulations. Taylor finishes with $270, and Hector finishes with $210. Is that right for those doing the accounting?
Yes.
Yes. Wow. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you for everyone who joined with us today. I'm turning it over to Miranda to finish up.
Great. Thank you so much, Michael, and thank you to our 3 contestants today, Taylor and Emily and Hector, who now have more money going into their ABLE accounts to help support those ambitious goals that they have and that they're achieving as they're achieving their better life experience. This next slide just shares with you the links to our ABLE account owner stories and goals from our ambassadors from 2018 and 2019. Those links will take you to our website where you can read more about their stories and examples of the strategies they're using and their goals that they're achieving. We have next on the next slide, we want to just share with you again, as we're celebrating the 5 years of ABLE, we encourage you to consider supporting the ABLE National Resource Center. Today, as we're marking the signing of the legislation, there are more than 500,000 accounts that are opened and nearly $300 million under management. ABLE helps individuals with disabilities, family members, and their circle of support to meet those short-term and long-term financial goals, some of which we heard here today. As the leading resource on ABLE, we are thankful to play a vital role in helping all of you become a more informed decision maker about ABLE. We want to let you know that we receive no public funding in this holiday season. We ask that you consider supporting us by making a contribution to the ABLE National Resource Center so that we can continue to provide objective, independent information about ABLE programs and activities. We can share stories like the ones you've heard from our ambassadors here today, and we can share guidance on tax advantage to ABLE savings accounts. We encourage you to go to ablenrc.org/donate and click on the donate button to make a donation that reflects the value that ABLE National Resource Center brings to you and your family as a reliable information source. We are ending here with a few slides just on resources that you can use. We encourage you to download today's presentation. These resources are all on our website, ablenrc.org. It's the main website, our roadmap to opening an account, and our roadmap to independence. Also the link to sign up for our monthly Achievable newsletter, frequently asked questions, and guidance on ABLE. And with that, we encourage everyone here to please help spread the word to others who may not have joined us, and you can do that by signing up for our newsletter, encouraging others to do so, and following us on Facebook and Twitter, and continue to participate on our webinars and look for other information that we have sending out there. And with that, we just really want to say thank you and encourage you to join us in the new year. We have a new year, a new you, strategies to increase your financial fitness with an ABLE account in 2020. Please join us on January 23rd. That's a Thursday at 2 o'clock Eastern. And the registration link is there. That's also available on our website, and we'll be going out in our newsletters and on our listservs. Hopefully you're a part of that. And lastly, we do want to end the year by just thanking our many sponsors, our gold level sponsor, Prudential, and other private sponsors who support our work. And we appreciate your support as well. And wish all of you a wonderful holiday season, and look forward to having you join us as we bring in 2020. Thank you so much, and have a good day.